Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ESL 1 qualifiers. This is the European qualifier for Cologne at the Lanxess Arena, which will be happening August 22nd, 23rd. And joining me for this one is Jason Kaplan. We're falling down into the lower brackets now. You may have seen it on your screens already. It will be FlipSid versus PENTA.
Keep in mind, you said this is the lower bracket.
I know.
Two teams I never would have expected to be saying in the lower bracket for the first game to see who's out.
Exactly what I was about to say.
Sorry, I had to jump on that because it's mind-blowing to see that FlipSid, who qualified last time at Katowice, PENTA, who were there as well last season, or last major.
Who were in the Legends until they lost 3 players.
And one of these two teams is already going to be out. Like, that's ridiculous. We just started the day and one team's gone.
It's a big upset, I think, to start things off. I mean, PENTA had a real tricky challenge anyway because they were up against Kinguin, who are, I would say, one of the favourites for the group, but we just heard from Pimp saying we are the favourites in this group. FlipSid, of course, on your screen, it is Markelov, Bondik, Davkost, World Edit, and Blade. Of course, Davkost, the new member to the team. Simple, of course, was banned from ESL anyway. However, has left the team, gone on and created his own thing, done his own thing. This is the exact same team that qualified in Katowice before with ease. So what has changed?
Hopefully not a lot, at least for them since then. But the thing is, they already lost their first match up against Killerfish, who was actually putting up a good fight against Kinguin over on the other stream. But, you know, I'm actually wondering, Cyberfocus, like, why is he not here for FlipSid, who did really well?
Because he's joined the new team with Simple.
Well, there you go. I was thinking of the ESL, ESCA Pro League. But now you can see PENTA on your screen, Strux. That man is taller than me, I found out.
He's a Wookiee.
So I'm not the Wookiee anymore, thank God. You have Crystal, a main opper for the side of PENTA, Stavros, Tabson, and Crisby as well.
To be fair, Helena's done a real good job of balancing that photo because he doesn't look as tall as he is. And when you see him sitting in the chat, he's got to be close to 7 foot. He's got to at least be 6'8".
I feel like she took an individual shot of him and just dragged him down a different layer to make him equal height of everyone else.
I think she definitely did. It is Overpass, though. It's the first time we're going to get to see that today. I'm liking this. We're getting a good variety of maps.
It's not 5 Infernos straight like we had last weekend. But keep in mind, these are also the 2 bottom teams in the ESL ESA Pro League. FlipSid is now out, not even have a chance to be into relegation. You have PENTA fighting for their chance to stay alive in a couple of weeks' time. So it's really cool to see these 2 teams going head-to-head, but one of them is going to have to go home. Overpass, going to be a really cool map to see as well. I was looking over their stats. We have for FlipSid, they're 6 and 8 on this map. And you look at PENTA at 3 and 11.
Well, Overpass was the map they played each other on in the ESL Pro League. And it was PENTA that came out on top 16-10. So if we go with statistics, then you would say PENTA are the favorites. However, I'm not too sure. You've got to look at FlipSid's result already today. They played Killerfish and they lost. Now, Killerfish are using a substitute. They're coming in with Schneider. So losing to a sub in your first game, it's got to be big mental hit for you in the first game. Because they went into that. Everybody looked to that and said, FlipSid, it's going to be FlipSid versus Kinguin.
Should be, And you have to wonder, like, is this kind of like the power of Schneider on a team? He can take them to the next level? Or is this more of a FlipSid maybe underestimated their opponents coming into that match? But now they can't underestimate PENTA. One of these 2 teams will be going home. One of these 2 teams will not have that chance to qualify for the major. And it's going to all start here with this knife round. And looking at the previous matches, looking at, the kills, deaths they had, World Edit actually had a pretty decent game against Killerfish, going 23 and 16. Look at Markelov, 25-24, pretty even for him. And look on the other side for PENTA when they played against Kinguin before. You had Crystal, 21-14. That's the opera for PENTA. If he can have a strong game like that yet again, FlipSid might be in trouble. Yeah,
he was fantastic against Kinguin. Definitely the shining light for them. Knife round still going on here, in and around the restrooms. I'm interested to see which way they're going to choose this one. I would assume CT side will be the choice, but you never know. You never know. Teams like to switch it up. It will be FlipSid that will get the choice. See which way they're going to go.
I assume they want to stay.
Yeah, they're going to switch. They're going to switch. They want a CT side, FlipSid. So, there you see Bondik on your screen. Obviously, he went through that bout of illness. He missed a couple of events, didn't he, when he was ill? I think it was DreamHack, actually, that he missed out on. But FlipSid themselves have almost become a staple, I would say, towards the top end. Not the top end, but the tier 2, I think, is safe to say. They're definitely in there, but PENTA alongside them. It's going to be a big upset whoever doesn't make this. Whoever goes out now, this is a shocker, because this is going to be the first team to go out of EU qualifiers. And it's going to be one of the teams that were at Katowice.
And I talked to, actually, Markelov before the event started, asking how they feel coming into this. They said they hadn't had enough time to prepare as they wanted to, but they're still pretty confident, and their play style hasn't changed much since that last major.
I'm not sure if that's good or bad.
it's up to how you want to take it.
They didn't do great in the major, honestly. Either way, here we go. Pistol round on the way. It is going to be Overpass. If you just joined us, it is the lower bracket, round 1. Whoever loses this game will be out of the tournament, will not be going to the major. And that is a big hit, not only financially, but also to the pride of these players who have been at the top echelons of Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Very true, and typically when you see teams who have a bad run at the major, there's roster changes. And PENTA has had their fair share of it over the last couple of months, especially with losing their spot over to Mouse Sports, who acquired 3 of their members. But it looks like this push, it's going to come in towards A. They've got full control of the restrooms. Davkos already trading the first kill onto tabseN, and he sees 3 men off towards long. He's in a really precarious position. He's going to have to move out somewhere.
Oh, that good delay. That initial headshot from Davkos has done wonders for FlipSid. They've got plenty of time to get in and around site. Wildeddit, the only man over at B to keep them at bay. They're continuing to keep pushing straight through long onto site. Crispy, can he land that shot? No, Bondik with a double. Takes down Stavros and Crystal. Make out another for Markelov. And now Bondik's just going to chase this one down round the corner. It's not going to be the Tech9 just gunning him down, but Markelov with another. So a double for Markelov, a double for Bondik. Great pistol for FlipSid, and it all started off with Davkos getting that headshot down long.
Yeah, great start for FlipSid. That's exactly what they needed to open things up. They denied the bomb plan as well, and instead of playing aggressive, instead of playing out towards restrooms, they let the enemy team come to them. They let PENTA push up, get that initial control, because they had 3 men there prepared for that stack. So great start by them. They're up 1-0. They do have a scout for Davkos, M4, a lot of SMGs as well. On the side of PENTA, they're going for the pistol armor buy, but Crystal sitting on nothing. And that kind of shows you that this man, he wants to op. The downside is, if he's not feeling too confident with other guns and he can't afford the op too often, like you see a lot of North American teams do, then PENTA will struggle.
Let's see how we work it. Bombing Crystal's hands. Going to be going through connector. Looks like another A hit here. Stavros is going to be the man that peeks up and around long A.
See, I like the way that FlipSid are actually defending this as well. They're not getting too aggressive. Like, the hardest time you have defending the A site is when you're at the A site. It's easier to get the picks initially, then fall back, but they're letting them come to them because they're pistols. They don't want to get picked off. They don't want to lose the M4, as you're seeing there. They don't want to lose that scout as well. And when PENTA comes straight in the crosshairs, this should look good for FlipSid. Here we go, the push coming in, some damage being done, but tabseN opens up on a Bondik.
Oh, they managed to get themselves a double straight away. This is the pistols, better I remind you. Blade, though, with a quick kill, should try and get the third. No! tabseN. This has gone horrifically wrong.
They haven't got any guns though yet. They haven't got a single gun, and that's where we're trying to pick up the kill. He will eventually get that one. But now it's a 2-on-3. They have no kit, and that's going to be the last man alive. It's Markelov in a 1-on-3.
This is a tricky situation. He's got a P90, he's got it in, but that bomb is ticking. That grenade is not gone where he wanted. Tries to get a peek around the corner. And there's one in restrooms, one around to the left of him. They're going to come up both angles. And that is not how it should be. PENTA really didn't invest much into pistols either in that round. That wasn't just like they went straight in. It was just pistol armor, Glocks going in effectively. The one Tech 9 I think I saw in there, but that's about it. FlipSid, we talked about how passive they were being, perhaps a little too passive, because losing the double straight away on A site was a real kicker.
Well, you heard what I said. The hardest time defending the A site is when you're actually at the site, not pushed up. And once PENTA got in close to the pistols, they were able to pick up the kills, funny enough, at close range, ended up working out for them. But they rescue the guns, they rescue the M4 and the P90. That saves them a lot of money coming into the following round. As you can see, FlipSid sitting on just pistols alone. tabseN only spot out Blade as he does run away. But you can see PENTA, they're playing really passive. Like, this is a round that they 100% should have. Don't throw away any guns, build up that economy, get Crystal the AWP into one of the later rounds so you can challenge out on the likes of Wildeddit.
He's slow and steady. They need to try and approach this one delicately. They don't want to get caught out just like they did themselves on FlipSid, and they're playing it exactly as they should, keeping it at range. PENTA with the AKs just gunning them down at long. Wildeddit and Markelov, the only two remaining with those two USPs. Markelov got the sole responsibility to hold on to B site, and the bomb is making it that way with through connector. Crystal, tabseN, and Strux all coming down towards Markelov, who is actually ready and waiting, but he's going to back away around the corner or staring at that connector door. Not too sure. He's going to have to land the perfect headshot as soon as they come around the corner. Not going to happen. Roll reverse. tabseN, beautiful little double tap onto Wildeddit. Gets themselves second round of the game. And PENTA already putting a question on FlipSid. They're going to force it. They're getting a triple for Mass. And there was an AWP in there. It got passed off to Davkos.
This is risky. So Davkos, the CT side operator for FlipSid. Worldlet more of the T side. Worldlet not going to be on any armor at all. So if they're going to go for anything, they have to be aggressive, catch an early pick, and then back away. There's no way they can just sit back and let PENTA get straight up right in front of them. But it's going to be tough. FlipSid investing so much into this round. And you can see PENTA again getting that early control towards short. Trying to use this as a nice pivot point towards connector if they need. And funny enough, FlipSid actually hasn't invested anyone into that staircase. I was expecting someone to get down there, get that early control, but they're giving this one up. So FlipSid not really gather as much information as they would have liked to.
Crispy and Blade are going to get a good peek of each other through Monster. While Strux is ready to burst around that corner. Tabson holding the angle. Everybody waiting for somebody to peek and give them an entry. Blade may well be that man that peeks. He's very tense as he dodges in and around that monster tunnel.
Thing is, they're not sure if FlipSid invested into this round. They're not like 100% sure on this. So they're not, if they're up against pistols, so they want to play slow against that. They also don't, or they also can assume if they're up against guns, they're not gonna have a lot of utility. So when they execute, they want to do it quickly, they want to do it fast, and they've already started to push straight into their sight. Look at this, Stavros has gotten completely behind them, hasn't even been spotted out yet. There's still 3 men here though to defend against.
Blade is still in there. Blade's still around the smoke. He could try and cause a lot of damage, but it wasn't to be. Markelov instead will try and gun them down. It's down to a 3-on-2. Strux on just 2 health. No bomb plant in there. PENTA, they maybe waited a little too long in this one. They made it a little easy for FlipSid. Quick, easy rotation. Strux with just 2 health. Unenviable task, and he will get taken down. Good quad kill for Markelov there. Gets himself a very easy 4K, honestly. It was really about... I was amazed Blade managed to just linger and back up into the smoke as well. Markelov alongside him. PENTA far too slow in that round.
I think there's also some great counter flash and smokes come in to delay the push out of PENTA, so FlipSid could rotate the men in quick enough. You know, you had Davkos with the op over towards A. He wasn't that effective in that round, he really didn't offer too much, but he did apply some pressure and was able to rotate in and help the teammates. But you can see FlipSid, they're playing confident. And PENTA have gone for the buy up again.
Well dead again, and Flash didn't get in a shot onto Crispy there. Didn't manage to land the shots, but did give him the information that they weren't pushing down through B Monster, and instead it is going to be Stavros to peek in and around long 8, while Crystal, Strux and Tabson all move towards restrooms.
It's a really interesting position the way that FlipSid are playing A too, because they don't have anyone watching long. Davkos could be completely flanked, and if he's going to go for the peek, like he wouldn't have had the peeker's advantage, which makes things so damn difficult. But oh no, Stavros is looking for the jump. Davkos was looking right at it, he misses the flick. But now they know there's at least 1 man there. He's going to have to move eventually. Our PENTA are going to completely overrun him. Bondik still pushed up towards Toilets though. He's actually sitting behind a smoke. They might walk straight into his crosshairs, but PENTA plays one slow. No need to rush it just yet. 40 seconds to go on the clock. And Crystal's just waiting for that. When that smoke disappears, Bondik, he's going to have to move.
FlipSid not giving their positions away either though. They're not peeking too heavily. Bondik, will he find Crystal? Who's going to be quicker at the draw? There's 2 people staring at him. That molly could be pivotal. It's just going to bounce around the corner.
It's delaying so long. 25 seconds. They have to make their move now.
Flash goes out, they're going to push on through, they do get around, Crystal with the flash spray, manages to get the double, does get taken down by Davkos. Davkos with a heavy tag onto Stavros, but doesn't get the kill, and that creates a 3-on-2 awkward situation for FlipSid on the retake.
Well, he has that flashbang, they do have a kid as well, we're pushing straight in towards site, but it's plenty for restrooms. All they need to do is just sit back, don't get too greedy, and challenge together. Or won't FlipSid even expect a second man. You see pushing up, gets taken out immediately. Now Markelov in a 1-on-3. This is an unwinnable situation. And he's looking to maybe make this expensive for the other side. But you can see all 3 there waiting for him to peek around this corner. And it should be PENTA securing his third.
Gets himself the 1. Not going to get the second, no. Bomb is going to go off. Not going to be able to save. He's going to try and grab the AWP and get away. Can he keep his life? He should be good. I thought he was going to get around the corner. I expected him to get around the corner. I think he expected to get around the corner as well, yeah. 3-2, PENTA do pick up the round. And you got to look towards Crystal with that crazy little jump 180 spray. 420 no scope. YOLO.
God. You know, I'm actually glad to see PENTA, you know, playing better than they were. We saw them during the ESL, ESA Pro League, and we were really kind of disappointed. We saw how good the roster swap worked out for Mouse Sports, but PENTA really struggled. And I talked to Tabson before we started this whole event, as we do have a save run for FlipSid, so I feel like we can talk over this. I asked him, I basically said, so you haven't had the best performances in the Pro League. You know, I finished in 11th place. Have you guys been able to work out some of your problems you may have been having back then? And he said, yeah, back then we weren't playing as a team since we changed our lineup. We feel really good and we believe in each other. That was probably the biggest part, which we had not before. So it's a lot of lot of change in mentality of the team. Strux.
Oh. He's like, if I'm not getting one, I'm definitely getting another.
You know what? It was like, wait a minute, how's there a guy there? But he will get one kill. And this should be a relatively easy round for Penta. This should be their fourth. They're going to rush down Stavros, trying to pick up his AK. And they will eventually get it, but the rest of the team's pushed over towards B. They know there's 3 men towards long, and World's got to defend 1v4.
Just that little tapper, tapper, tapper sound of the USPs as the 3-man around the corner. Will did it all alone on B site as Crispy pushes in. Bomb plant not going to come in because they've left it in Monster, which means they're not going to be able to plant it down. It doesn't really matter. Bondik is just going to be the one that wants to try and hold on to that AK for as long as possible. That was a good ding. Crispy's low and healthy.
They're not challenging together. He's challenging by himself and getting dinged up, not picking up any kills. Penta, they have to be careful.
Bondik with a boost on an AK. That's going to be the vital roll, but it's not going to be. Tabson's going to find him easily. And Blade's not going to be able to do a great deal from this one.
He's looking for the AK, I think.
Will take that round. He's just staring at it, wanting, and he's going to get it. He's going to get away with it. They're not going to be able to chase him down. That would be a saved rifle. But it will be the round for Penta. 4-2. Starting off well on the T side after a pistol for FlipSid, losing out to a full eco. Well, full eco, they had armor, but there was only pistols, USPs, Glocks even. It'd be tricky for a USP for the T side, unless they managed to steal it, but they didn't do that.
Well, we're going to the next round. Penta off to a strong start at 4-2. And again, FlipSid, they haven't really had a full confident buy in quite a while. You can see Penta, they're really looking forward to this next round. If they can secure this, FlipSid will be looking at a 2-6 scoreline. But they have a little bit more utility. Again, they've invested heavily into the M4s, so they're lacking a lot of stuff on Bondik and Davkos, which is going to be proved to be pretty vital when it comes to slowing Penta down. You saw just earlier on when Crystal had the 420 spray down, like you were saying.
Yeah.
They slowed them down so long that Penta were forced to go for something crazy, and Crystal was able to pick up those 2 key kills to open up that A site. So if they can do that again, if they can slow down Penta, force them to get in a position they're not comfortable with, they could very well net some rounds.
Well, Bondik in restrooms is going to be a big pivotal man for this. They're all pushing towards him. Stavros is working his way through. Crystal, Tabson, Strux, all heading his way. He's going to have the backup support of Davkos around A, but really all on his shoulders here. Bondik has to make something work. He's going to back out, gets flashed up, and manages to get safely back to A site. And they're going to go passive again. This is where they got caught out last time with the pistol.
Yeah, and, you know, Crystal, be careful. They took out quite a bit of damage from him all top. But you see teams who are confident playing really aggressive in the beginning, but because FlipSid can't really string together quite a few rounds, they're not allowed to push out towards Fountain and challenge Penta outright just in an aim battle. So they're playing and defending from sight, which can be really risky. You can be smoked off, the bomb can easily be planted. And speaking of smokes, here we go. They're going to be pushing in towards sight. They have a 3-man sector to defend against this, but Penta not taking any damage just yet.
Bondik, going to get caught straight out. Blade as well. That
Crystal
was
ran
quick
straight
and
to the
easy.
smoke that they put down and completely caught him off guard.
Well, Will Dennis going to come on the rotate. Davkos with him, but you can see they're already in position, and this is a great little take for Penta. FlipSid again, sitting passive, sitting back, not really able to do a great deal about it. Just losing the 2 men. Tabson with a triple, Crystal with a double, bomb plant. Looking a little easy for Penta. I'm a little worried for FlipSid, honestly. Economy-wise, they're kind of broke. They're going to have to go for an eco. Is it going to be a full eco, just P250s? And that's about all they can go. So you'd assume this will go 6-2 Penta's way, but where are they going to go from here? Because that's 2 rifle rounds they've struggled on.
Well, FlipSid, even the rounds that they were able to... Well, even the rounds they lost, they didn't make it that expensive. There was a round with 2 people out from Penta, 3, then 4. So it's a lot of money built up for Penta. So again, if FlipSid do win the next round, they're still going to be on an upward climb. It's going to come down to how successfully they can pick up the next round if they can pull it off. Also, 2-man push towards long. Stavros could be overrun. He uses height to advantage to see over that rock. But he will be forced back for now. Going to be challenging with the teammates. Make sure to close this one out. Oh, nice flash comes in. Davkos opens up on a Strux. That's now gunned down, but Penta not going to let this one go for free.
Yeah, that's a double down as well on long. So they're going to try and push on through. Stavros and Tabson, they left the bomb behind. They don't really care about that one, so they're just interested in trying to find the frags. As it is, Crispy will go collect that, and it's going to be a rotate, actually. So Crystal Stavros working the way through. Markelov's just around the door. Might be able to get lucky and catch one head as he come bursting around here. They will usually check this spot, but you never know. With the P250, Crystal's going to be trying to draw him in there. Yeah, they're going back to A.
This is a smart move, too. You know, A-side's typically a lot easier to hold. On top coming in. We don't know. Burn them out of the site, but as we can see, there's going to be Blade here. That should be a very easy take, but Blade does some decent damage. The bomb being planted yet again for Bathrooms. Rolled it, finally comes up with a kill, but now he's 1-on-3 trying to rescue that guy. He's gonna get the bomb player. No, he doesn't. And Stavros will close him out. 6-2. Penta, they are looking strong.
Another triple for Tabson as well. He started off well here, 11-4 already. Now, FlipSid got themselves the rifles. Davkos once again on that AWP. Can he make it work? Can he make it count?
He has to. He has to. FlipSid need to pick up a round. Like, this is getting out of their hands. Penta are getting really confident, even potentially going to play with no respect. Lucas, they're pushed up aggressively. This is what they need to do. Get some confidence in their team, challenge out Flat Right with the aim battle. But unfortunately for him, he won't have the opportunity to for now.
Davkos launched himself in party, but didn't manage to get anything from it. Crystal, Stavros actually boosting. Interesting little turret position way back.
Actually, let's see what he can see as well. Okay.
What do you call the man underneath the bottom when they're boosting?
The booster. The boosty.
I was going to say sandwich, he's there, but I don't know what you'd actually refer to him as other than a... I don't even know really what word to put on it. Anyway, we're getting distracted. Let's keep on this game because Bondik's making his way down long A. He may find Stavros if he keeps creeping, because Stavros is also creeping in his direction. But this could well sell FlipSid a bit of a dummy, because they're 4-man stacking over at B site, and it's just Markelov and World Edit that are over there ready to receive.
They might be causing a little bit of distraction towards B as well. They're not committing for the take, but they're trying to pull Bondik and Blade over towards it. But Bondik's coming right behind Stavros. He isn't looking in the right direction. Bondik will spot him out, and he will pick up the kill. That's a good start for FlipSid. And Crystal, not to mention, already down to 23 hit points. The entire push has been slowed. There's 30 seconds to go on the clock. They're going to have to pick up some steam soon. They're going to have to make their move.
Looks like it's going to be connected. Crispy and Crystal coming that way. Struck's also heading there. They've smoked off Bondik at restrooms, but now they're going to head straight towards it. Davkos is the man that should hold them back here with this AWP. He has to land the initial shot, because otherwise it's going to rush him down. That smoke will cause him problems. He's got no angle on this anymore. We'll find the one. That's the bomb carrier. The bomb is loose. He's going to push on through the bomb. That's craziness, but it's just worked out. Crystal collects it. He gets caught out with the spray down, and now Davkos just going to rattle off the shots. Time runs out, and FlipSid do manage to pick up themselves their first rifle round. Penta dilly-dallied a little too much and just got caught napping. Bondik basically creeped all the way down long A.
That round
was that slow.
It was won by Davkos and Bondik, that two-man team, because you had Davkos just staying alive, pushing through the smoke as they got aggressive towards him. But more importantly, you had Bondik push long. Even after he killed Stavros, he sat there, he waited, even when Crystal was trying to push him. And he went for the full flank on them, completely caught them off guard, got the bomb down, and ended up winning that round. Tabson, he's got to be very careful. He's going to get the spray under 2. Bondik and Blade do fall. And Tabson coming up big for his team. This is a good start for Penta.
Just when you think they may have themselves back in the game, they managed to get that double spray down. Davkos, though, cuts him down. Tabson didn't really have a great deal of health anyway. The AWP shot certainly made sure of it. Crystal's up close and personal, but Davkos gets a very close range shot. He could get a third. He does land the third, doesn't quite get the fourth. Stavros will get the kill, but now it's all on Crispy. And Markelov and World Edit, they are in position on A site. Now, is Crispy going to rotate around? He's got 54 seconds. They don't. Well, I think World Edit's actually going for the rotate half-heartedly.
Oh, if he can pick this corner Markelov, if he can turn this into 1v1, it's very likely he can pick this up. He spots out his shoulder.
Give it away.
And looks like he will escape. He's got 40 seconds. He's got the time, but now World is able to rotate around. He's going to flash. He's one. No, he gets the blind on a boat, but can't pick up the kill.
Oh, he could smoke himself. He's going to try and go for the plant. It's going to be a restroom plant that will be landed as well. He managed to get it down. So World Edit Markelov, they're both going the same route here. Both from blue rooms. He gets himself the one. Now he's not going to be expecting the second come from the same angle. Oh, and World Edit will get the headshot down. Crispy almost going huge for his team. Should be able to get himself an easy defuse. Collects Davkos' rifle as well. Davkos, though, with that triple up close and personal, working well for him.
That's just like beyond risky to sit there too, because of how easy it could be rushed down. But that no scope coming in, or quick scope, whatever it was, ended up securing that kill and kept him alive for a lot longer. He's currently at 9-8 for his team, second in frags. Blade at 2-7. On the other side, Tabson at 13-6, completely leading his team. But it's going to be a force buy out of Penta. They got the op for Crystal. And a lot of utility to work with across the team. Struck's just sitting on that smoke. But you can see the pressure FlipSid's been able to apply. They got 2 rounds in a row.
Is this the first AWP for Penta?
No, it's not. But Crystal hasn't really been able to invest into it too much. He's been kind of just sitting back with it. The last time he did have an op, though, they lost the round. So see if they can turn their tides a little bit.
Well, he's going to find Davkos in a moment. So it's going to be AWP on AWP. Davkos going to creep forward. No, he's just going to hold the angle. Someone's just going to the toilet. But it's all right. Davkos isn't worried about it. Crystal's going to come around that corner. Oh, the timing as they change angles. Crystal's actually going to go back and check there as well. Davkos already slipped away. They're so close to each other, teetering on the edge. Crystal wants to get a little peekaboo. Open over the top there. Look at Bondic. Oh, he saw the rifle. He saw the rifle there. He manages to catch a glimpse on Crystal's rifle as well. He could just pop around and get himself a double. Gets himself the one. He knows the second is there, but he had to go for the reload. Davkos misses as well. Will find himself the bomb carrier. Gets himself another peek around the corner. He knows they're up close. He knows he has a chance, but he doesn't manage to land the shot. But he's got support. Blade comes around. Has to go for the reload. It's a battle of reloads between the teams. And Markelov makes it down to Tabson all on his own. He's got 15 kills already, though. He is doing great for his team, but World Edit will shut him down. And it is another round for FlipSid. That's going to cause problems, because I think that was a fully invested by PENTA. Yeah, they're going to have to go for an eco on this one. Or are they going to force Tech 9? Let's see what the decision is. It's Tech 9's for one person.
Yeah, they're not investing into armor. They need to definitely secure their offer Crystal. But then again, Crystal hasn't been that effective. It's been the Tabson show so far. And funny enough, even though Davkos is supposed to be like more of a passive opper, he's been playing super aggressive. It's usually World Edit who plays the op on that T side. And he's doing things that you wouldn't expect, like the pushing through the side to get up close and fire another shot off. Like you would assume the opper would fall back. That's why he got challenged out towards restroom side. But either way, he's going to be sitting back towards long. And PENTA are looking for the overrun on towards the site.
So they sat back last time in this exact same position and lost out to the pistols. This time Bondic does get spray down on Crystal. Davkos and Blade join in, and that will slow PENTA down to make it easy. Davkos is hitting these AWP shots. That's another triple for him. And it makes it all square at 6 apiece. Very balanced map. I remember speaking to Khan about this the other week when we were in Malaysia, talking about how impressed he is at Overpass, and his team clearly Fnatic, one of the best, I would say, on Overpass as well. It's definitely a map that works well for them. Aggressive stuff from FlipSid. Look at this, triple man push all the way down A. Looks like Blade's going to be the man that switches across towards Connector. Davkos and Bondic, everybody going aggressive.
They're still not putting anyone down in Connector, though. Blade could have snuck past, but instead he's going to back away to keep Davkos alive and just kind of hold his back. Nice shot out of Dav, though. On a Crystal does shut him down and give him that man advantage. But yeah, it's funny because FlipSid have been committing 3 men towards A for quite a few rounds, and yet PENTA have been really hesitant to go towards B. The few times they have gone there, they've been shut down pretty heavily. And that will be a nice trade out of Blade on a Stavros. And typically it's the A site you're always going to go for, but you're able to smoke it off, get the bomb planted, and yet FlipSid, I think they've shined away, or actually gone away from that holding in sight. They've been able to push up in the beginning a little bit more, get some aggressive play, get some information most importantly, and get some early damage in.
Yeah, they haven't made too many B hits that have been successful, but now it seems FlipSid have got that A defenses working. Tabson's the man that's lurking around while Crispy and Strux look to hit through Monster onto B. Tabson,
I think he's selling the
trying
fake.
to distract, trying to sell that fake, throwing out the mollies, investing everything he can to try and pull Markelov or World Edit away from that site. Strux and Crispy, though, they're through Monster. They're about to peek into sight. They get a little glimpse on towards World Edit, tag him down to 67 while he drops into pit. They're going to get flashed out. They're not able to make this work out. Tabson, the fake hasn't worked. Blade and Davkos already on woke.
Well, the bomb is going to be looked to be planted, though, inside the smoke. They've delayed for a long time, but PENTA will get the bomb down. Tabson opens up on a Blade. Now it's on World Edit, Markelov, and Davkos for this retake. A nice flash comes in, completely blinds World Edit off. He's flashed again. Strux picks up one. Crispy picks up one. Now it's on World Edit, and a 1-on-3. The bomb PENTA gets the first kill, looking for that second man off to the left, but he's not able to chase down Strux, and that will be PENTA securing another round.
Great stuff from PENTA. They keep the lead just about 7-6. They needed that one because they're in danger of economically being very much broken. It would have been the 5th round back-to-back for FlipSid. PENTA causing problems for FlipSid here. Davkos does afford the AWP, but that is about all. Not a great deal of utility to go with it.
3-man push up again. Very aggressive. PENTA not really given the opportunity to pick up any early kills.
Tabson could get another double here as he comes around the corner, but Bondic gets the better of him for the first time in that exchange in Connector, but they now give their position away, but Davkos is not missing. He gets himself a second. Can he make it a third? Crystal all alone, and they're going to push on through. He does get himself another triple. Davkos not taking any, I don't even know the phrase for it, I don't know. Help me out, Jason.
Not taking any shit. I don't know what you're looking for. That's
pretty much what it was. He came out of restrooms.
Oh, God. But we see FlipSid, they finally challenged in towards Connector. And Bondic finally went out the 1v1 trade against tabseN. They're able to lock down some control there. And you can see how quickly the game can change if they do get that early control. Blade going to go for it yet again, looking for the hold onto this area, smoking and flash into delay. tabseN going to be rushing around the corner, but will be completely blinded up. And this is what FlipSid should maybe have transitioned to a little bit earlier on.
Oh, Davkos, 17 kills
that
on
flash. That was so well put in for tabseN to come in blind, or come in backwards for that easy kill. He gets a gun as well when they're already struggling. And now Bondic is going to be by himself in the restrooms.
He's got the support of Davkos from behind. But they are rotating, diving into Connector there. Davkos, I think, caught a glimpse of Struck as he passed down the stairwell, which does give Markov and World Edit fair warning that they will be coming. World Edit's got himself a great position. He should be able to spot Crystal as he comes.
Oh my lord!
That was dirty.
Oh.
And that's actually going to cause some serious problems. They're going to get into B side here. Markov's having to go back away. Davkos doesn't manage to land that shot. And now they're going to get the bomb plant down.
They got all 5 alive. tabseN just on 1 HP, but he's still got that P250 in hand. Davkos trying to peek around that corner. They have no one coming in from the backside. Even tabseN going to be watching the flank. This is going to be so difficult to retake, but Davkos going to lead the charge with the op. Savage will get Davkos now down, and you can see the side, man on the side, Bondic trying to go for that flank, and Crispy will be waiting. He picks up the kill. Now Markov in a 1-on-3. He gets 1 kill, but he won't get the second, and Penta will come out with the first half lead at 8-7.
Very close game between these two teams. T side, though, is the side that comes out ahead. Penta, real big problems for them. Stavros there on your screens, the man mountain, but the question is, can he get himself into this game? Because it's Davkos and tabseN very much carrying their teams, miles ahead of anyone else. I mean, other than Crystal, who's got 10 kills, nobody else has hit double figures for Penta yet. Meanwhile, tabseN on 17, he's been getting himself a lot of triples. Davkos working with that AWP. A lot of, obviously, pressure on Davkos coming into this one with Simple leaving the team. He was the man that replaced him before.
Yeah.
This time around, he is performing. He struggled to hit his shots in Katowice from what I recall. Absolutely on point against Penta so far.
He's confident. He's confident when his team maybe not necessarily is. Like, he's been able to play up close and personal. He's been able to play at long range. And when he gets the op in his hand, he can lock down an enemy team. But the thing is now, he's not a T-side operator. He's a CT side. So how is he going to fare with just a regular assault rifle?
We'll see. Strock's going for that CZ. Outside of that, everybody else sticking with the USP. Crispy bob it up and down, getting himself the information. Anybody coming into B. So they're 3-man stack B. So maybe that's something they've read into FlipSid, whether they hit B side more often. But
typically, if you're going to go B, you rush at the beginning, and that's when you have that 3 men there. So then it's kind of like, all right, time's passed. They're not rushing B. Let's send a men back towards A so we can go on that quick rotate. Because if they're going to execute, it's going to be towards A, and it's going to be almost readable. There's 2 smokes and 3 flashes on the side of FlipSid. So it's looking like they do want to go for the A hit. And Crystal, nice position of him to actually spot anyone out towards long. I think he just did catch a glimpse of Blade there.
I think he saw World Edit as well.
And they're going to smoke it up and delay. Look at the CZ investment. This is something that's happening relatively new within the scene. People find CZs in the beginning, not a lot of money you get off of it, but you can spray down a team so quickly if you can hit the shots. And he's in the perfect position to make this one happen.
Crystal's got a smoke and flash. He's standing at the back of A site, which could be vital in this one. Struck's using great use of that smoke. Does push on through, but it doesn't get the kill, which is what they needed. Stavros has been taken down. Now Crystal's going to push on through. He should be able to find Davkos. Oh, he was so close to getting the bomb planter's head, but instead he will get cut down by Blade. And now Crispy and tabseN in a near impossible retake situation. They're 4-on-2. Davkos sitting on the bomb while the rest of his team cover him off from every angle. This is a pretty safe round, you would feel, for FlipSid to pick up the pistol and equal things up at 8-8. tabseN has to find himself a couple of heads. Time is ticking. Crispy has the defuse kit, tried to stick it out there while tabseN distracted, but he'll get taken out, and it's 8-8.
What's more impressive of that 8-7 scoreline is the fact that FlipSid won pistol round on CT side, and yet they're able to pull off a first half lead by losing those. Actually, well, they lost the pistol round, then they won the second round on the buy-up, so I'm mistaken there. But it still kind of shows that, Penta not very strong on their pistol round so far, losing the first 2. And they need to maybe step up a little bit. They're going for a little bit of a cheeky stack here over towards B, or sorry, over towards long.
A 3-man stack. I think we've seen this before. This is don't want to. You think it's not working for them, though, is it?
Oh, it is now. Oh, look at that! The first shot, Crystal gets World Edit. I don't think they know where that came from. They completely abandoned that long side.
Well, who knew that would work? I guess they did. Blade and Bondic pushing round.
I think Struck's just going for the gun too.
It goes to show the problem that Penta may be going to feel as well. The fact that they went for that and showed it this early. Struck's in a great little peekaboo position. That flash going to come his way. It's not going to catch him out, though. Oh, not able to find their head, though. Blade will quickly deal with that. And that puts them in a triple stack. Okay, they've pulled 3 over to A. Stavros on the rotate, actually. He's going to go back to B. They're expecting this to be a complete fake.
And Crystal, I mean, with the scout alone, just the jumping power of it towards long, he can hold down that position and even hold down restrooms as long as he's able to catch that glimpse.
They've got the triple over at B with the boost as well. Oh, but FlipSid not falling for that one. Markelov takes Stavros' head off as he's boosted up. And that's left A side wide open. Crystal all alone there against Blade, Bondik and Davkos. And don't forget, he's got that hoppity-hop scout. Can he manage to land this shot? This will be vital, but no. They pop around the corner, that grenade coming his way. And now he's going to get the support, but it's going to be coming too late.
Frisbee here is able to help him out. Nice shot of Crystal, does get Markelov down. Now it's a 3-on-3. There's no man flanking around, though, so it's going to be very hard to pull off this defuse. Not to mention they have no kit, but they're trying to make it expensive. Maybe save those AKs they can pull it up. But Davkos gets taps him while completely blind, gets dinged up. Looking for the second, but Crispy eventually able to pick up the kill. And now it's a 2-on-2. Smoke's coming in. Is he going to stick it?
He's going for it. Can he make it work out for him? Crystal's trying to get in there. Crispy's holding it. He's got 5 seconds going. Bondik's the only man standing. Bondik's going to get taken down. What? He's going to get it. The fuse in. What a creep it through. How on earth?
My
Lord. 10-second stick through the smoke. That should not have worked, but it did. And Penta are now 9-8 up.
What? That's gotta suck if you're FlipSid. That's gotta be a complete punch to the gut. All the wind taken out of you. Like, he stuck that for 10 seconds. That wasn't like a kit defuse. It was like, all right, I'm gonna chill in the smoke and see if I can pull it off.
They had 4 people for that position. They had it. They knew exactly. It was planted perfectly.
That was credit to his teammate to hold them back so long, too.
Yeah, no kidding. That was crazy.
Penta should not have won that round, but they pulled off. And that was Chris to open up with the first kill to give them the man advantage as well. Well done by them. There goes Strex, pick up a kill to Markelov. Tabson going to be rushed down with no head armor. And Crispy will be here, but again, look at this. FlipSid looking good. It's going to be a 3-on-2.
Wasn't it Penta that did that the other day against Kingwin as well? I'm sure it was. Shocker seem to remember that clip. Strux on his way through. That grenade's going to go straight onto Woldedit's backside. Doesn't matter. Stavros manages to secure the kill as he hops away. Davkos. Oh, look at that. Strux was ready and waiting for him. Now they just need to get Bondik. Just need to deal with him and get in and get themselves another defuse. This time they won't have a kid again, but they've got plenty of time. So triple for Strux. 10-8. FlipSid. Well, mentally, I wonder how much that was a kicker for them. Yeah, there's a pause. I was going to say.
That was a big investment out of them, too, that round. I mean, buying up armor, buying up the guns as well, and Penta was able to secure that up 10-8, like you just said. And they are looking good. Able to save an AK into the next round. FlipSid, keep in mind, guys, you know, this is FlipSid Penta. You're like, all right, well, this is, you know, going to be a good game. Loser goes into the lower bracket. No, we're in the lower bracket. Loser this game's out. Loser this game will not be at the next major. So a lot on the line for both these teams.
And the winner faces Killerfish, which is always
a surprising victory against FlipSid earlier on Mirage. So it's going to be a tough game no matter what, clawing your way back from this loser side. And then I think you have, if I'm not mistaken, Dinitas up against the winner of Killerfish and Kingwin, which I don't know who won that game. I think it was Kingwin, because Killerfish were right in front of us and weren't screaming at the end of it.
Tell a lie, it's Property they're going to face, the winner, which is still tricky. Property are already managed to take down Dinitas. Very close versus Dignitas 16-14, so whoever comes out on top of this is certainly not going to get an easy run, but who would have thought, who would expect the fact that FlipSid, Penta, Killerfish, Property, all down here in this lower bracket, not to mention Overgaming and Pitta, which is going on as well while this happens. I can see Pitta just off to my right are very much in full swing. Bit quieter. Overgaming were pretty loud when they were over there, but we're still sitting with their paws. Markov, the man on your screen, got a lot of history in Counter-Strike. Not
such a happy guy too. Like when you see him outside of the game, I was thinking back to offline qualifiers in Katowice. Big smile, very friendly, really cool guy.
Had some drunken conversations with him as well. Fun guy to talk to, no doubt. No doubt about it. Been around in esports for a very long time. Woldedit, though, is going to pick himself up the AWP. Let's see what he can do with this. FlipSid on that tactical timeout. I haven't seen Bondik or Blade pick anything up yet. They haven't
still just talking things over.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what they want to do. The on-pause will be coming in. Remember, guys, 10-8. Loser this game is out. Penta currently with the lead. Penta looking good, actually. Again, great to see that. Again, this is like the bottom two teams of the ESL, ESCA Pro League going up against each other. FlipSid going to be completely relegated, and Penta will be fighting for their chance to stay live in the next season. But right now, both these two teams are fighting to stay live to get into this next major at Cologne in August.
Well, here we go. Davkos is going to be the man that creeps on through. Crispy was staring at him, though. We'll see if they over-rotate on that. He's been the sole man to try and sell a fake, and they have. Crystal's gone that way, so they pulled over to B. The rest of FlipSid, look at their position on the map. Look how deep they're sitting. They're not even moving out of the T-spawn right now. They're just sitting in and around there.
Trying to catch them, yeah, like I said, rotating. Trying to catch them being aggressive towards A. Tapson always in spot out Davkos. He won't get the shot off, but he will get away with his life. Not to mention, he gets some false information too, because he sees one, he's going to assume there's going to be more there. But we can already see on the minimap, they've already rotated back towards A. They've gotten control of Connector. There's no one here to stop Markov from pushing up. And this is actually a really good sell. This is Penta now going to be forced to play back from site where it's very difficult to do.
Well, then it's going to be coming down long, trying to find someone. He was purposely delaying. They've not been able to get his AWP working too well. The fact that he has switched it across, Davkos was, of course, AWPing fantastically on the CT side, but World Edit, an established AWPer, still not able to find any picks. And this is credit to Penta. They're not peeking. They're not showing themselves. And it's down to FlipSid to make the move, and it's going to be a B-side hit.
Frisbee, I think you just saw him coming through door. And a Molotov in to buy some time. 20 seconds left on the clock. They're going to be forced to run through something, or at least smoke it off. Tapson's here as well. He's going to be rushed down from Monster. Gets the kill to Davkos before the flashbang even pops. The second one's going to connect. Frisbee, though, connecting onto Bondic. And this is going to be looking good for Penta.
Damage done there. Frisbee gets himself World Edit down, finds another head. And it's 11-8. The timeout from FlipSid not having the effect they would have wished for. And that was a fully invested round. They're going to have to go pistols once again. That could take it 12. Ailton Penta starting to stretch the legs somewhat on the CT side.
That round was won by Tapson because of the way he peeked that when the flashbang came in. He came right before it landed, so he got the quick kill into Davkos, and he saw the follow-up flash. They were hoping Davkos could come around from the side and open up that site, but just that one little thing, that nuance, was able to turn it around. But this is looking like a big B hit out of FlipSid. A nice flashbang coming to Tapson to buy him some time, but he's not connected to the shots. Crispy there to help out.
Yeah, he's got the support. Oh, it doesn't only get one down, but Crispy should be able to collect them as they go around the side. That was a long spray, and that's going to use all his bullets with AK, and that's going to force him down. So, pistols, just Davkos and Bondic. That grenade's all coming straight in towards site. They didn't go for a quick plant, though. And they're not going to be expecting Bondic up close and personal. Oh, that tag takes Crystal down to 17, but now he's all in zone. They know he's in pit. They can just put more push on him, and they will take him down. Easy for in the end for Penta there. 12-8. Getting so close to knocking FlipSid out of the qualifiers. That would be a big upset in my books, FlipSid being the first team to go out.
Considering they were, well, both teams were their last major alone. Penta, like you said, is part of the Legends team. FlipSid as a qualifier at the offline qualifiers in Katowice back in February. But it's going to be a big investment out of Penta, rushing straight towards long and towards connector. And we can see FlipSid, they've already worked their way towards B. They're moving towards short. Strux could come out as instrumental if he can push that door quick enough. The smoke going to come in to buy some time. Yeah, Crispy has spotted them out. Are they going to push through? They're going straight into the site.
Oh, and it's not going to work out too well, but they do finally clear out all the defenders. Now it's a 3-on-4. Markelov doing a great job all the way back in towards T-spawn there. Gets himself that kill on Crystal, who was trying to go for the flank. But now a 4-on-2. I think the Penta will save this one. And well, FlipSid absolutely needed this round because that would have been the 5th round for Penta. 4 rounds running. We've got plenty of cash. They should be able to afford to buy up after this one. Strux and Stavros keeping hold of these weapons. We'll be able to pass them off to, I think it's going to be Tamsin that's going to require a weapon. Stavros as well. It's going to be low on cash. But
thing is, in that round, you saw the difference that Davkos could make when he didn't get taken out by Tapson immediately, because he was able to come around the side and catch Tapson looking towards short. Because they came out short, it allowed Davkos to easily push in through long, uncontested. Then he picks up the kill on Tapson, and they completely shut down that site. So just little nuances that, you know, separates a winning round for FlipSid and a losing round for him. But like I said, 9-12, they still have a long, or a tall hill to climb. And Penta going for the Forest City, and they do have the FAMAS on Crispy. But they have the utility to back things up.
How tall is the hill?
Stavros height.
It's Stavros
7'12".
Not Jason Kaplan height.
No. What if I was on his shoulders, though? I'd be like a super giant.
FlipSid trying to make a bit of a push around A long here. And actually, Penta don't have anyone covering that off, so World Edit this time with an AK. Now Strux and Stavros pushing this way. That's because they saw them cross. And they're expecting. They're going to go for that boost once again. Then we're going to see Stavros going up and over.
No, they're just playing close. They're playing very close.
So one's looking away.
Yeah, to turn if the flashbang comes from the corner. And there's the flashbang. Actually, that was a smoke. And they're going to back away. And FlipSid, I like how they're taking advantage. Oh, here's the flashbang.
Nice. They were ready for that. That was a good double setup stack. World Edit, though, it does give them the immediately information. There's 2 over here at long A. Let's go straight to B.
Crispy.
Unfortunately, World Edit's a long way away. Crispy's got to delay them for as long as possible. Davkos is going to come behind him. He backs into the tunnel. He was doing everything he could to try and slow things down. But now World Edit, who's made the rotate all the way through T-Spawn, is going to get around. Now, Strux and Stavros have made the long path as well. This boost is going to be vital, but they were ready, and Markelov just takes his head clean off. He's going to have to back off and save. And FlipSid will get themselves another round, taking it to 12-10. Now, Penta are going to be on a save after this round, so this one rifle they're keeping hold of is going to be vital.
Thing is,
send it.
I like how, okay, so if you think about Penta on the T side, they didn't go long often. They completely gave that up, and that's why Davkos was able to play close to restrooms, watching towards that the entire time, and didn't really have much pressure. But you see FlipSid, even though they sent, you know, well, 2 men technically there towards long and they lost one, they still kept 2 men there on the CT side, so they're able to switch around towards that B side immediately. They're keeping that pressure on, not letting Penta feel safe, and I feel like if Penta changed it up on the T side, they might have netted a few more rounds where they're rushing for the gun. Strux will get the first, won't get the second, and then we'll get the gun out of his hands.
That was big. So, no rifles for Penta. They can't really afford to buy up here. So they are going to just go with pistols, and that's going to take things very close if they don't catch FlipSid by surprise here. World Edit will get his hands on his AWP once again. And if it goes to 12-11, I mean, it ended 8-7 in the first half to Penta. It could certainly do the same again. Are they going to try and stack a site? Are they going to try anything crazy? FlipSid, this is something they've done for the last, what, 2-3 rounds running now. They're sitting very far back, very passive. Markov tagged up heavily in tunnels there. But keeps holding the rifle.
Yeah, it was a good play by Strux. Just see over that corner of the smoke. Apply that early pressure. So they have this avenue cut off. A big rotating point between A and B, especially on that terrace side. But Blade's got him behind him. And again, World's off back towards long. Davkos watching a push towards B. And FlipSid don't want to give away any guns. They don't want to give away this round as well. They need to get this round to get closer to tying things up. But Strux, he's gotten really aggressive. No one's here to spot and come from the backside. He could be huge. And you can already see the call has been made. Strux has heard them rotating towards A. And it's going to be an A hit. Strux is going to be vital. If he can get this flank off perfectly, then he can completely shut them down. But unfortunately for him, he doesn't have much ammo to work with.
Stavros peeps out. But again, pistols versus rifles is always going to be a tricky job. And we will see them drop in. So, 12-11. Penta just hanging on to their lead.
Ooh, that's a gun. That's an AK.
Yeah, that's a gun. He's going to try and run away with that. That could be a second. Oh, it didn't drop to him. Oh, but that one did. And now he's got himself an interesting situation. Do they turn and try and challenge for this one? No.
No kit. They're going to have to back away. Save 2 AKs, maybe buy up an op for Crystal the next round. If they can maintain this, this would be huge for them.
And I don't think FlipSid want to run them down either. Look at Blade and World Edit. Yeah, they're going to go through underpass, through towards B. Crispy's going to man the head towards. He's just getting the hell out of there. They could catch him from sniper. If he doesn't give himself away, he will dodge between behind the pillar, and he'll be safe. Meanwhile, on the other side, Overgaming versus Pitta's going on. It's 9-5 right now to Overgaming. That is T-side for Overgaming on Cash at the moment. So,
really, Cash again for Peter. He played it earlier on and up against Property and really had a bad game on it. So, see if they can turn things around there. But in the meantime, this game, 11-12, Penta still in the lead. Remember, the loser of this game is out and will have no chance to qualify for this next major. And Crystal, they've invested the op into him. He's got to come up big for his team, but I don't know if he's going to expect Davkos off to the side, who's just waiting for this man to push out. They're trying to catch Penta at being aggressive. But Penta playing this one calm. They're playing this one slow like they should.
I'm not sure he expects Davkos to be there, because he probably felt he got there quite early.
Well, he won't expect him, but I don't feel like Crystal should push out.
Forward, though.
I don't feel like he should push out and challenge at all. I think Davkos can maybe hear the scope going off, so he knows he's around the corner. But Crystal, he's locking down so much potential out of FlipSid to hit towards this B side, so it allows him to go for that 3-man stack towards A.
Stavros trying to get a peek around as World Edit and Blade look towards going long. Bondic trying to distract.
That was a good smoke for Penta actually to use. Look at Stavros playing really close to it. And actually be smoking off restrooms to kind of counter them for any potential push. But
it's going to be a B hit.
Yeah, it's not commitment out of FlipSid, and it's going to come down to Crystal and Crisby if they can maintain this hold. And Crystal
is coming straight towards Crystal's line of sight. There it is. That's the bomb carrier, by the way. There's Davcost up close and personal, but they have to go back and get the bomb. It's 22 seconds. Davcost is making the run. I'm not sure they've got enough time.
If Crisby delays, he needs some backup though. Tafson's finally coming around the corner. If Crisby can just stay alive with 14 seconds to go, if he can kill the bomb planter, it would be huge when they come up towards the side. He gets taken down. Markov picks up the kill. The bomb is going to make its way here, and we're not going to have Penta here in time to stop it.
Davcost so close there. If Crisby could have just landed, just delayed anything there. Now Tabson knows the planter hasn't made any move to get out of there, but Davcost is going to be stuck. So Stavros, Strux, and Tabson making their way in here. Davcost manages to get one down before being dropped. And now in a 2-on-2, Stavros dropped around the side. Strux gets one, tries to spin around, but he's so low on health. And Markelov in a great situation, just has to get a little glimpse around Pillar, knows he's on the bomb, and he will manage to take him down. No sneaky defuse this time for Penta, and it's going to be all square at 12 apiece.
This is rough. They've got two members with 6K, 6.6 on Strux, 6.2 on Crisby. Do they want to invest into this round? I don't think they'll be able to break the economy out of FlipSid anytime soon, so they're probably just going to save up on this one and go into the round after to try to shut them down and get some rounds back on their side. That was a really close round for both teams going down to a 1-on-1.
Yeah, so many little factors could have made the difference there. Well, that if it had landed the second shot on Davcost, if Crisby would have slowed things down just a little
hit
more.
That shot on Davcost, that would have been over. That would have been a complete shutdown.
Game would have been very much in Penta's hands. As it is, they are now on a pistol up against FlipSid, who are looking to turn this game in their favor. And it's looking to be the case. Stavros is going to find World Edit. Missed the shot! And that's going to be an AWP. They're going to say they're surely going to protect that one. Blade and Bondic, they're going to try and retrieve that one. They're not letting Stavros get a hold of it. In fact, they're just going to hunt him down. And Stavros, well, job done. He backs out of restrooms.
Got on the man advantage. They got armor on Strux. They don't have a kit, though. So if they do let a plant go down, it's going to be very tough to retake. Not to mention your pistol against AKs. But you know, looks like it will be picked up for Davcost, so I'm going to use it on the T side for his team currently. And they do have 3 men actually towards A. They're just jumping, trying to get the spots, to get the information that they need. With 35 seconds to go, they know the push is coming in soon. Instructions in the perfect position. The flash comes in, but he doesn't go for the peak. Bondic's right around the corner, and he connects the one. That's going to be it, as he will fall.
Yeah, they came around the other side as well. Blade, he did the damage. They're going to get the defuse. No, the bomb planter, sorry, the defuse. I don't know where that came from, but it's going to be a 2-on-1. Crystal, well, all alone. If he manages to get Blade down, no, that's not going to happen. Tries to get attacked through the smoke, he does. Now, Markelov once again in a 1-on-1, just as he was a moment ago.
A small top, it's about a lot of time.
Crystal's going to be able to pick up a rifle. Oh,
he's got to run.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's not going to smoke this time. He can't go for the sneaky defuse, hasn't got a kit.
It's unfortunate that he couldn't go towards long, get the op. That roll that it had, that would have been fantastic. I think FlipSid took care of it, though. Actually, it was Davcost who ended up pushing up towards site. But he's going to save the gun, most important. Then you can see they have a lot of money, 9K on Crisby. So they can pick up the op for Crystal, who's been a little bit lackluster this game, 16-21 currently for him. He did have a nice counter roll at it towards Monster, as we just saw in the round prior, but he hasn't been able to go there for that full lockdown that we've seen him do before. He had some phenomenal shots against Kingwin just earlier on against in Dust 2.
Fantastic stuff. Well, World Edit's been gifted the AWP again, despite Davcost landing so many shots on the CT side. It's one of those, maybe one of those teams, you know, on T side. This guy takes it on CT.
So Davcost uses it on CT, and World Edit uses it on T. So World Edit likes to be a little bit more aggressive, play up close. Well, I can't say up close and personal since we saw Davcost doing it, but feels more comfortable, more fluid on the T side for it.
Yeah, it's working out for them. 13-12. But now Penta, I feel this is literally make or break round for them. If they lose this, they're looking at match point for FlipSid before they get themselves another rifle round, and that's a little too late.
The thing is, they came in very confident in this half too. Even after losing the pistol round, they still got really aggressive. They got a man down connector quite a few times, but they've given up on that. They've gone back to playing this one a little bit more standard, letting them push in towards site. And we see, you know, FlipSid, they're more than happy to just play very standard, work off the time.
Since that pause, FlipSid have basically slowed everything down on the T side. They've gone very slow. And they're running the clock down. We're up to 40 seconds already. They're going to, again, make another B hit here. But this time, it's a triple stack for Penta, and they're in a great position to stop it.
There's another man in connector though, and that will be Crystal shutting him down, able to back him up, and now the World Edit and Dafkos pushing over towards Monster. Crystal's playing up close and personal. Flashbang gonna be coming in. He's gonna peek around the corner, gets the kill on the World Edit, and that will be Strux there to back him up. Penta tying things up at 13 apiece. A really good round for Penta, and that's what they needed under their belt. They needed a solid, clean round to get some sort of motivation, or sorry, the morale back up.
That was a great time for Crystal to deliver as well, just as he did earlier on against Kingwin. Didn't work out for them in the end, but it pushed it close. 13-13 though, flip side. You can see, despite the fact they've won quite a few rounds, they've struggled economy-wise. 5 rounds back-to-back it was before that. Immediately forces them on Dafkos and Markelov onto Tech9 and
He's got to be so careful here. I think he hears him coming up. Nice flashbang will buy him a little bit of time, but he's going to have to back off. And if he goes down, this is going to be really dangerous. His teammate's already fallen. Crispy's now gone, and the flashbang's going to miss a little bit. And Thompson, can he delay the bomb? Can he pick up anything? And he will not get one as Crystal's there.
But he did get the molly down, which slowed things down. They couldn't get the plant down, which means we can see Strux pushing straight up. We'll get one through the spray, but Dafkos with the deagle manages to react. Crystal coming in. Oh, does he expect one on side? He's right on top. He's going to go for the no. He's going for the deagle. He's on top of each other.
He will go down, but Stavros, he's got 3 bullets left. He's got the pistol switched over to, and he will get the kill on the Dafkos. He will get the defuse. Oh my lord, he almost pulled that off.
He pulled the knife out. I assumed he was going for the right click knife.
You would think so. But then you see them spraying thinking he's on the other side of the bomb. Oh dear.
What? Oh, if only things we see with the X-ray that the players really have no idea about other than just hearing the defuse and say, what? I'm stood right next to him. That can't be.
Oh. All right, well, here we go into the 28th round. Penta up by 1. Flipside investing everything they have into this round. They cannot afford to lose this. They've lost 2 straight already. Crystal back on the op over towards over towards Monster, sorry. And Flipside going back to that slow kind of play, leaving Markelov in towards connector. Bondic working towards restrooms, and World going to be solo pushing up towards long with no backup, which is going to be really dangerous to do. He's hoping that Penta are going to be very aggressive towards long to catch him off guard and maybe get a nice, opening kill, but he buys time for Blade to push into restrooms.
Another very slow, deliberate play from Flipside. They're starting to run the clock down again. Not making their move. But credit to Penta, they're not peeking either, not showing themselves. Smokes down long. It's going to stop Crystal with that AWP getting himself a view, which is why he's switching his angle over towards restrooms. He's going to try and get a glimpse on possibly Markelov coming around the corner in a moment with Dafkos, who's going to shoulder peek first. Oh, timing.
Oh, this is going to be dangerous. Flipside, are they going to expect it? Bondic opens up. Chris now going to be forced to play back for Bank. Strux on site as well. He's going to go for the peek. He gets dinged up. 1 HP. He's still alive. He will fall to Dafkos, and this is looking good for Flipside.
Crystal absolutely useless right now with all this smoke down. He's got no chance of finding an angle. He's going to have to back away while the rest of his team try and rattle the shots through the smoke, but they've managed to sneak in, get the bomb plan, and get out, and they have a 5-man defense. They have to. It's going to go 14-14, and that was a great round from Flipside, honestly. Great use of smokes to keep Crystal completely out of the game.
But this is important. If Flipside can get these guns out of the hands of Penta, this will be looking very good into that next round. There's still 7k left on Stavros, but the guns are going to be so crucial, especially the AWP if they can pick it up. But Flipside have to be careful as well. They can't afford to lose out on too many guns.
They got the AWP. They managed to get the AWP down. Dafkos has found it. Dafkos, I think, will recover it as well. World Edit was going to pick that one up. Crisp is going to be chased down. He gets one just outside of Mondstadt. He's got himself a crossfire set up. They should be safe with the last 2 rifles, but Penta, I think they can just about afford to squeeze something out here. Stavros has got 5.6k. Yeah, they're going to trade out the weapons. That AWP, of course, though, that World Edit picked up is possibly crucial. Hasn't really made a great deal of use of it on the T side, if I'm honest, but taking it out of Crystal's hands is a big bonus for them.
And this too, this is one of the first times they're actually challenging out on B immediately. Nice counter flash comes in to buy a little bit of time. There's a 3-man stack. Crystal's going to be there, but unfortunately no op in his hands. Thompson, he's in the perfect position. He's going to get the spray down, gets a lot of damage onto the team, but Bondic able to pick up the kill. Now can Crystal hold on with Crispy there off to his side. Flash is raining. There's still a lot of time on the clock though, so there's no need for them to plant immediately.
A lot of mollies and flashes coming in as well. There's the flash coming back to around. Is going to catch him out. Crystal not able to find a head. Does Strux with the last bullet. And now he's got the support. But again, as you say, bomb planted, 14-14. They have to make a move here. Markelov and Blade are making the rotate. They're going to get themselves a side position. They're smoked off at the moment. They do not manage to get World Edit down, who gets himself a double. And now Strux all alone. Match point beckons for FlipSid as Strux desperately tries to find anything from this round. I think he wants to try and back and save, but he's not even going to get a chance to do that. Picks himself up an AK. He's got to go for it. The time is ticking. Hasn't got a kit either. Not going to be able to get him down. And Markelov covers it off. Are they going to get out for the weapons? They're not. They've both lost their weapons. But they've got... Yeah, that is... Oof. Match point FlipSid. And now they're in a great position to take it. Look at what they've got. It's just a FAMAS for Strux. An M4 for Crispy. And that is it. 5-7s. How are they going to do it? How are they going to stack it? How are they going to try and push it?
If Strux and Stavros can work this connector, they can shut this down. They can pick up a lot of guns. Oh, a nice boost coming in to actually watch towards lower too. There's no one watching their backside though. So they have to be a little bit careful, but they're delaying for time. The spray comes in. Markelov down to 51 health.
Oh, but they've stacked the site. They've stacked over to B, and that's not where they're going. Again, FlipSid, playing it slow, playing it steady, running the clock down, trying to find any positional information from PENTA.
And one round separates PENTA from either going home or for staying alive into overtime. About a minute now left on the clock. FlipSid have a lot of utility work. Look at that, 5 Molotovs. And look on the side of PENTA, they have quite a few flashbangs, just 2 incendiaries, and a kit onto Strux. But the push is going to come towards A. World Edit and Blade are working towards long. The guns, I believe, are stacked over towards A as well. Actually, Crispy and Strux, yeah, they're actually over towards A. So they're here to defend against this, but they need to hit their shots. They need to delay for time. And they need this round to stay alive.
36 seconds. If they can find the bomb carrier, which is Davkos coming down A, it will certainly slow things down. Strux managed to get the information, but he is burning. He's got to back away. That spread has kept him completely away from sight. And that's one of the FAMASs.
Oh.
Stavros, though, with a good little peek onto Blade there, will start things off. Bomb plan's still yet to come in. That pop flash from Stavros is going to work wonders as he pops around the truck. Davkos, still the bomb carrier, almost gets taken down.
13 seconds. If Crystal can just delay the bomb plant, it'd be phenomenal. The flash comes in. 10 seconds left to go. The bomb will get planted. Now it's the after plant situation. Crispy taps in Stavros up against Bondik and Markelov. The bomb is planted for Reshes, but Bondik's playing close to smoke. He gets the kill towards Optimus, and looking for the second will be taken down. It's a one-on-one. Crispy up against Markelov to keep PENTA's hopes alive to advance for FlipSid. And the kit is on him. He's not going to stick. He's trying to bait out Markelov, who's playing this one so smart.
Oh, he tries to get the spray through. Little glimpse across there. Crispy has to get the kill down early. He finds it. He's going to get the defuse in. And that is going to be overtime, ladies and gentlemen. FlipSid PENTA going the distance. And our first overtime in the offline qualifiers.
And with basically nothing to use, an M4, a FAMAS, and 5-7s. That initial kill, I think that was from Stavros to shut them down coming into sight, was phenomenal. It delayed so long. There was 10 seconds left before they finally got that bomb down. And that flashbang, I think that was out of Stavros to allow Crystal to push in, was so well timed and so well placed. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Peter has unfortunately lost to Overgaming, so they're the first team going to be out of the tournament. Unfortunately, won't be able to have a chance to qualify for the major. But overtime, Lee, this is going to be interesting. I hope if PENTA, okay, I hope that PENTA have adapted and finally learned what to do on T-side a little bit better. Work towards long a little bit more, use that to their advantage. But FlipSid, again, overtime, it just changes things up. It makes you work so much harder, and it comes down to those in-game leaders. Can you read the team correctly?
16-8 was the score for Overgaming over Peter. So that is Peter being the first team out of this tournament. It means that Overgaming will go through to play Killerfish, I believe, in the next round. Meanwhile, Property await the winner of this matchup. You see them on your screen right now. It is PENTA. Managed to claw the way back into that one for a while in that game. I think they were 12-8 up at one point until that pause came out. The pause was at 10-8. FlipSid, it worked well for them. They clearly changed their tactics. They slowed things right down on the T side and then slowly pushed forward, and round by round they managed to pick themselves up this game and take it to overtime.
I really give credit to Stavros in that game too, because you hear a lot of talks about, I top fragged that game, I'm really good on the team, whatever. But it's the roles you play in the team that isn't really in the spotlight, isn't the superstar. It's the support plays. He finished off at 16-18, but he was backing Strux up so many times that it allowed Strux to go up 24-20. He had great flashes, great counter flashes. He was there to back his teammate up and to have him excel. And honestly, if he wasn't doing that, then it might have been a completely different game. But going into overtime between these two teams, just talking some things over, trying to figure out what they want to do differently, what they want to do a little bit better. You also have to keep in mind, flip side, who was that shiny man on CT? That was Davkos, playing so close in the face of Penta, able to pick up so many kills with the AWP, and they have to work around that. That's the man that was pretty much single-handedly shutting them down every time at that A site.
Yeah, ended 27 kills in regular time. What will they do? It's going to be MR3, 10,000. Let's see where they go with this one as the teams take their seats. Headsets going back on.
So much pressure on their shoulders, too. You lose this overtime, you're out. And for both teams who were already there last major alone, it would be so heartbreaking for them to not re-qualify again.
And honestly, if you look towards the mental edge, which you often do, as I say that as Markelov still has that big grin on his face, you would think that FlipSid would be down after losing that round. They wouldn't have known, though, that there was only 2 rifles. You know, they would have had an inkling when Bondik obviously took them down with pistols, but they knew there was some rifles in there. They wouldn't have known how bad the situation possibly was, that they lost in a 4-on-3 situation with effectively 2 rifles for Penta. But here we go. We are live for overtime. It is going to be FlipSid starting out on the T side. Can they continue where they left off? Both teams had an 8-7 T side half. And Penta, well, they had a great start on the CT. And again, they're going straight aggressive, rushing down A side. Will they catch them off guard?
Well, FlipSid playing pretty much exactly how they played that T side before. But Penta are the ones to change things up. Strux pushing connector, Crystal watching towards long, and Stavros there again to support, to allow Strux to excel, to watch his back. Markelov, though, in the meantime, is actually pushing up connector. I'm curious, if he can pick up this kill, it'd be huge. But World Egg flashed up. Oh, look at that. Strux in the perfect position. Does give him the man advantage, and it shuts down this avenue completely. It allows him this great rotate potential to hit either towards B or towards A. And FlipSid, they're held back. Crystal staying alive. This is all you need to do. You know, you have the man advantage. You have the AWP. Let the team come to you. Don't die early on, and you can have that first round of overtime in your pocket.
And they do. Look how quick they've backed away. Straight back into A site. Blade, World Edit, are they going to make this push down long A? Because Crystal is sat ready and waiting for them if they were to come this way.
The thing is, with Markelov going down in connector, they're forced to continue to look back towards that area because they don't have a man there to lock off that control. So they're kind of wondering, you know, are we being flanked? Are we being pushed for the front? There's so many ifs and buts going on in their head. Oh, that nade landing right on Crystal's head. Down to 11 health. And that's actually a good start for this take.
Guess that's what you get for rattling the shots through. Here
20
comes the
seconds.
smoke. They're going to be pushing in. It's a 4-man wall. But the question is, Penta are ready. Tabson's coming around the back of them. He's going to get in a great position. Crystal starts things off. Manages to find one. That's going to be a second for Strux. Tabson rattling. He came through the back. It's just one man to find. He's going to try and leap over the head. It's World Edit that will go down. And that was a perfect round for Penta. Not a single man lost, which is a big deal when it's an MR3 10,000. Of course, FlipSid, they invested in an AWP, World Edit. They should be able to buy themselves something back here. They haven't gone for it. Oh, they have. World Edit's picked it up at the last minute.
The thing is, again, that round came down to Strux picking up the kill on a Markelov. Like, Tabson was able to flank because they knew there's, what, 25 seconds left. They're going to hit A. Tabson's already gotten information towards B, able to come in directly behind. It keeps FlipSid, you know, focused on multiple directions. And Davkos will make the kill. Markelov there to back him up. And there will be 2 quick frags for the side of FlipSid. Oh. Now a third. Markelov, he's on fire. He's looking to finally get FlipSid back in the game.
Well, after losing out there to Strux, it was last time around. This has turned the round completely on its head. This should be easy for FlipSid. Crispy's going to go looking. He will find Davkos.
That timing, right when he's jumping up, like that's so frustrating. But it's going to be a hit towards A. Crispy and Stavros could be the last team alive. Stavros, can he maintain this? It's going to be so damn difficult. He spots out that first man. He's going to catch some decent shots, but not enough damage across the team.
Yeah, and that bomb plant will come in. Crispy's going to go for the save. He's just going to keep hold of his weapon. He's going to go looking for some kills, actually. He wants to find one. He will find Blade. If he keeps on running this past, Blade can hear him coming. And he will manage to find him. Took a little bit of doing, but you know what? Penta just got themselves a clean round. That was a fairly clean round for FlipSid. Only the one death to Davkos, and economically wise, both teams are perfectly safe coming into this final round of the CT side for Penta.
And it came down to the early connector control yet again. Markelov able to get the kill on the crystals. He rotated out of door. I believe it was Davkos getting the early kill towards short to really force that rotate. You can see how pivotal that part of the map really is, but look at Penta. They really want to stack out towards long. You got Crystal, Stavros, and Strux all there. And FlipSid, if Penta are patient enough. FlipSid might challenge out on this. This is the avenue they've been coming through so many times. Crystal completely bonded up, force back. Great little flash out of FlipSid to allow him to get control of this area, but Crystal's going to go for the re-challenge. He's going for the re-peek. Or at least he was.
Well, he's got Stavros and Strux to try and flash him out.
They're not going to expect Stavros Strux there. Like, they've not stacked this position at all throughout the entire CT half. And Crystal, if you keep getting aggressive like that in ballsy, that's going to come back to haunt you.
Nade landed on World Edit. Bondik's creeping up towards the smoke. There's going to see Stavros and a good cover off fire there. Now they know there's two, but Bondik comes around. He will get himself a double in towards restrooms. Crystal pushes up on World Edit.
That was
through the smoke. Yes, it was. Nade also went straight towards his position, and now FlipSid in a great position to go in towards the second half of overtime with the lead.
And with 40 seconds left to work with, they don't need to rush towards A if they want to. Thompson. Oh my god, if he gets behind him, if he gets behind Markov, this is going to be huge. They have not spotted him out. They're actually all going towards long. He's going to spot out Markov going back towards connector. He gets the kill. The last 3 men are over towards long. Penta can pull this off. Crispy, 20 seconds left to go. He's got to rotate. Thompson just needs to stay alive.
If Thompson can catch World Edit, he's going for the bomb plant. I don't think Thompson's going to be interested in it though. So bomb plant will go down. World Edit will cover it off. So Crispy's going to come from...
Oh, if Crispy can pull this off,
Bondik's
they're all
so
towards
low.
him.
He's so low on health. Now they know that Thompson's behind them, so that's the direction they're looking, but they've got to realize that Crispy's coming from somewhere in B side. Davkost just off the side will catch a glimpse of Crispy's feet. That not going to be the kill, but takes him low enough that it finishes the job. And now Thompson, he's in the smoke. If only he knew they were all in front of him. Instead, he switches position. He thought he'd finish the one. I've tried to trade targets. And that will be 17-16. FlipSid with the lead. Double T-side round. That's a good pickup for them, as they had a fairly decent CT side earlier on. They started off strong, but Penta reacted well.
Yeah, Penta had the 8-7 lead at the first half when they were on that T side. So if they can keep that momentum going, if they can do exactly what they did before, they could be looking at a tie. But I really want to see them change things up, get a little bit more aggressive towards connector. They didn't seem to descend in when they were on that T side. Maybe work towards long a little bit more, where we saw FlipSid do it many of times. They're really leaving that like out to dry. They're not really forcing Davkost to watch two different angles. They're allowing him to just focus on restrooms, and when Davkost can focus, well, you see the shots he can hit.
Let's see how aggressive he goes with this AWP. He's going to be pushing all the way up from restrooms, all the way to party. Look where he's going. Good lord, he's going to boost into party.
He's going to get a challenge.
He's going to look around. Crystal's there. Doesn't matter. Takes his head clean off. And that pushes him back and immediately just backs off. Damage done. Thank you very much. Your AWP is dead.
The thing is, Davkost has challenged that position many times. The difference is, Penta haven't challenged back. That's the first time they've done that this game, and they paid the price for it. Crystal not able to pick up that kill. Strux getting the op for himself. But they're finally working towards long. They're finally going this avenue, and they've gotten control of connector. So it looks like Penta has talked things over, had changed things up. But it's just going to be really tough to take. They've got 3 men on that A side to defend. Bondik, Davkost, and Blade. And you can see Davkost just locking off towards restroom side. Oh, he's in his spot. Oh, that's a little bit too close for comfort. But Penta, there we go. Stavros working towards long with Strux. And there we go. That's exactly what they do. They get the op out of the hands of Davkost, and now they have potential to take this. 40 seconds to go on the clock. They're tied up in men. The flashes, Molotovs, everything raining in for both teams. They're going to try to stop this and hold.
They have to get the smokes down to keep Bondik out of this one, because they've got still a good angle across the side, so no sneaky bomb plant can be allowed.
This is a fake. They backed away.
Oh, it is. Look how quick they're going to go. World Edit's all on his own on site. He's actually watching the angle, so he's kind of half expecting something to come his way, but is it going to be quick enough? Crispy's going to be the first man that comes around the corner. There's going to be the flashes popping in and around. They're going to keep him at bay. The smokes are out there. World Edit flashed up, but he's got a good angle still.
They need to pick up the pace.
They have to get the plant down. He's going to know they're coming. It doesn't matter. They've managed to take him down. One plant coming in. Strux, they're not going to land it. He's almost in his own team. He gets the plant in, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be an easy defuse. And FlipSid just 1 round away from knocking Penta out of the tournament.
Penta, they finally changed things up. They finally did something a little bit different, but that kill out of Davkost to take down Crystal really helped solidify that round. But here we go. World Edit, even though he was all alone at that B site, a great flashbang or 2 out of him. Did slow down the enemy team. Didn't allow Penta to get into site quick enough. And this could be FlipSid advancing. This could be Penta going home.
Let's see how it works out. Davkost holding the angle. Are they going to come his way?
Oh, my lord.
Yes, they are. Crystal down again. And that is a great start, just as it was in the last round. This time, Bondik's been aggressive. Stavros is going to try and come around there. Does manage to get Bondic down. Davkos flashed out as well, but he's going to try and find the angle. Davkos not quite landing. 2 chances this time to try and get it down. Now Crispy's going to cut him off. Crispy's just around the corner. Will get the spray down and manages to take Davkos down. Now they have the advantage as Blade checks long A and he gets caught out. Suddenly it's a 4-on-2 as Penta move on to A side.
It's not over just yet. Marklock coming up staircase, trying to hold them back. Some flashes and Molotov's going to be ready to keep them away. But 50 seconds to go on the clock. Nice one top towards long, but he gets completely smoked. The bomb will be planted just a few seconds. Marco goes straight to the smoke, gets the first, gets the second! What is this man doing? He is on fire, looking for that third as he will fall back, but it's a 2-on-2 to keep Penta's hopes alive. Now it's all on Markov in a 1-on-1 up against Tapson. 3 kills already under his belt, looking for the last, looking for that defuse, looking to get FlipSid one step further. And can Tapson hold on to this? He's off towards Russian's 15 HP. He gets the kill and keeps Penta alive. Markelov almost coming up huge to get the victory for FlipSid.
Whew. Focus face on Markelov there. Almost went huge for his team. Well, he did go huge for his team, no doubt about it, but that would have been the win. But it's 18-7. Oh, look, can Penta pull it back once again? Let's see if the Orpas challenge each other once again. No, they're going a different angle. Are Penta going to switch things up? Will it be a B push here as Crystal gets a good peek down Monster? Markelov, will that it's going to peek? Will that it will come this way, but the smoke goes down.
A lot of pressure riding on the shoulders of Penta here. Strux is already pushed up towards short, so he actually has a perfect position to get in towards B. And Bondic is actually pushed up towards long. But let's see, can Strux do much of this off of this position? He's got Ruled Edit and Markelov here defending. They've got a lot of time to work with. And Crystal's even watching for that jump peek. More towards short side of sight. Penta have so much weight on them.
Such a delicate dance here. It's World Edit so close to getting that.
If they flash World Edit and force him back, that's an easy kill for Crystal.
Oh, he dinks him. He knows he's there. World Edit, oh, so close to catching Crystal as he backs out. And now, are they going to try and sell a fake here? Because there's a heavy rotate coming towards this site. Stavros is going to get caught out. Bondic's coming around the back of him.
Oh my.
I think he's ready. He's going to catch him in towards the head. Yes, he will. Manages to get him in the side. And again, that's damage done. Penta trying to rotate. Tapson should catch him as he pushes out in towards long A, but he doesn't get the spray down. Finds the head eventually. But this is all delaying things. There's only 28 seconds on the clock. They have to get in one of these sites. They're going for another rotate. This is going to be so close on timing. If World Edit just lands anything, it will stop them.
I mean, think what happened last time. The flashbangs, the smokes have delayed, and they've got 15 seconds left to go. FlipSid, can they hold on Penta? Can they penetrate the sites? And they come down to the time. 10 seconds. They're going to plant the smoke. Blade's in the perfect position to stop this. He gets the bomb down. There's 6 seconds left, and they clean it up. FlipSid are going to get through the next round, and they're going to send Penta home packing.
Wow. They ran that clock down so far, and it worked brilliantly for them. FlipSid hang on just about. They were really unlucky, honestly, to go to overtime in the first place, but they do manage to close things off. Some superhero players from many players. You got to look at Markelov in the previous round. They're going huge. Davkos getting himself many triples. Got to give some credit to Penta. They really put up a great performance, but they are out of the qualifiers. They will not be going to the big major. You know, this is a team formerly, or the organization certainly itself, was a legendary team until those 3 players joined Mousesports. That legendary spot was transferred to Mousesports, and this is how hard it is for them. They are the second team to go out of the Cologne qualifiers.
It's a shame for them too, because they've definitely shown that they've improved quite a bit over the past, you know, how many weeks it's been. Unfortunately for them, not going to go into the next major. Luckily, one thing they do have over FlipSid, though, they're not insta-relegated out of the ESL, ESCA Pro League. So they can maybe play in that one next season.
Yeah, well.
But we should talk about FlipSid as well. You know, with Simple coming out, with Davkos having to, you know, plays for his position, even though Simple wouldn't be able to play in this major qualifier anyways, he's definitely stepped up for his team. He had phenomenal CT side with the op, and FlipSid looking like a really strong team. I wonder if they can take momentum into the next game.
Yeah, they're playing property in that next matchup. Meanwhile, Killerfish versus Overgaming, the Spaniards, is going to be the next match here on stream. So a lot of big games going on. And that's, again, another lower bracket matchup. So whoever loses that is out of the tournament. This is do or die time for all of these teams. No second chances, unfortunately, for anyone anymore.
Well, this is their second chance in the lower bracket. And, you know, Overgaming, we haven't really seen too much of them so far, but they did take 9-6 against Dinitas on CT side of Dust 2. So there's some potential out of them. They're a very loud team as well, so when they get riled up, they can definitely scare you away. But FlipSid move on. Next game is going to be phenomenal as well. I can't wait to see how Killfish are playing. They upset so many great teams already.
Well, let's not forget also Dignitas versus Kinguin is going to be coming up shortly as
that's
well.
Going to be good,
the winner bracket final. Winner of that will qualify. That would be the first team to qualify. But there's a little time to go for that one as the teams sort themselves out. What have we seen so far from this tournament overall? I mean, we've seen some very close matches across the board. There's been no one really that set the world alight for me.
I think
even Kinguin, who probably coming into
it's
this
a little
one
bit
as
lackluster,
yeah.
you know. But we've seen that there's a lot of great tier 2 teams, you know, maybe tier 3 teams out there. A lot can still come this next year. Counter-Strike, every team's getting bigger and better. And I'm curious to see what's going to happen in the major. We might see a lot of upsets.
And speaking of the major, if you guys want to get your hands on some tickets, don't forget you can get over to the website. It is going to be on August 22nd and 23rd. That will be taking place at the Lanxess Arena. That will be here in Cologne. These guys are trying to get there. We will be setting up for an interview in just a few moments. I can see it's going to be Bondik, I believe it is, with Alex. And we'll go to that in a second. Well, I'm not too sure. Are they ready to go?
Yeah, they're ready to go.
Well, apparently they're ready to go. Let's get over to Alex and see what Bondik's got to say.
Thanks very much, Lee. Yeah, I am joined by Bondik, and a Bondik who's probably just had to work too damn hard on Overpass in that game. Is that a fair way to describe it? Did you underestimate them going into that game? Were you expecting an overtime?
Actually, we expected tough game because we are with standing. It's pretty hard for us to play such maps like Overpass or something. But actually, we hadn't any choice. So yeah, we played Overpass. We practiced it a bit, like 5 times, I think. So our preparation is not so good, but yeah, still we handle it.
Yeah, you certainly did handle it, and I mean that goes quite nicely into my next question. You mentioned a stand-in. Losing Simple, of course, there's been a bit of a kind of drama and, you know, some egos clashing with that one. With this kind of like officially kind of with the loss of Simple official, is Davkos still a stand-in, or is he cutting? He just dropped 30 Bob.
Actually, he is still standing. We were on Katowice qualifier ESL the last year, and we played with Davkos, so we just picked him one more time, and we hope that we can one qual here. So
yeah, that's your first target, of course. The guys over the desk mentioned your game against Killerfish. I'd love to just kind of prod you about that one a little bit. The loss, nobody saw that coming. What quite happened over on Mirage?
Actually, we weren't so confident against them. I don't know why. It was first game here, so and we just lost pistol, and you know, like the game crashed and just lose. I don't know. I hope we still can win some teams here. And
so was it more you guys kind of feeling uncomfortable than it was Killerfish being like a very strong team? Because they're about to play another game now, and how would you like rate them as a team?
Actually, they play like mixed, so like mixed tactics, and I think that it's pretty hard for them to play on T side, and every team playing against them should win like 12-3 or something, and just we lost 9-6, or I don't remember. It's I don't know. It depended on our pistol round.
So it's all hanging in the balance of that pistol round. Okay, well, there's a lot of weight on your shoulders. It's continuing on. You guys are still in the qualifier, so a big congratulations on the win. So. Oh no, we failed it, we did. Thank you very much, Bondik, and all you guys do stay tuned.
Thank you for cheering us, guys. Thank you.
Much love there from Bondik. He's off, and it's time for us to do the same. We're going to take a quick break, guys, but when we're back, more CSGO action will unfold here from Cologne.